his hand up in apology and said, "Just after 1, sir." "Who's supervising the scene?" Sheldon said. "Sergeant Peters." Sheldon knew her. Tracy Peters, smart and ambitious, but normally on the burglary team. "You're the first inspector to arrive, sir." Sheldon nodded. Just to stop the panic rising. This could become his case, but he had to control it. "So, what have you heard?" Sheldon said. "You won't like it, sir." "I don't expect to like it," Sheldon said, the words coming out clipped and precise. "I said, what have we got?" A blush crept up the constable's cheeks. "A male, dead in there," and he pointed towards the hotel. "There was a complaint about noise, and when the duty manager went to the room, he found a body." "Any word who it is?" "The room was booked in the name of John Bull. So I heard. But that sounds like, well, bullshit?" "That's the one." Sheldon set off for the front of the hotel. He went to a plastic crate filled with forensic suits, hooded paper jumpsuits packed into plastic wrappers. He ripped at the polythene and slipped one on over his clothes. Once he had snapped on the face mask, he set off to join the small huddle of white paper suits just outside the hotel doors. The crowd turned to look at him as he joined, and when they realised who it was, Sheldon spotted the exchange of glances, the raised eyebrows. "How bad is it?" Sheldon asked. "As bad as anything I've ever seen," someone said. He recognised the voice and the long dark lashes blinking over the mask. Tracy Peters. Sheldon nodded and tried a smile. "Bit different to looking at overturned furniture," he said. And then, "How much of a mess have the staff made?" "No one stayed long enough to get near the body. As soon as they looked inside, they backed away, screaming." Sheldon looked towards the building, but didn't say anything for a while. He looked up at the bedrooms. Someone was taking photographs with a phone. A tale for a dinner party. "Let's take a look," he said, and walked around the small huddle. He heard the boots of Tracy Peters behind him. He climbed the hotel steps quickly and went through the revolving door. His footsteps echoed in the marble lobby. A walnut reception desk in front of him, a brass plaque reminding him of the hotel name. Sweeping stairways curled upwards behind it, lined in plush wine-coloured carpets. Tracy stepped in front. "It's at the back," she said, and led him away from reception and through a long room filled with high-backed chairs and a large stone fireplace. They turned into a long corridor, lined by doors. There were plates outside some, remnants of room service. Neither said anything. All he could hear was the rustle of their paper suits. His eyes scanned the walls for any blood smears that might have been missed, but it looked clean. At the end of the corridor, by an open fire door, he saw the bright glare of arc lights coming from one of the rooms and the bustle of more white forensic suits. The crime scene investigator stepped aside as he got near. One was dusting the glass on the fire door, hoping for a print. Another was swabbing the door frame for DNA, in case someone grabbed the door on the way out. "Anything yet?" Sheldon said. The dusting stopped for a moment, and the tired eyes of a middle-aged man turned to him. "Nothing much, sir. All the blood is on the bed. No footprints in the room. There were handprints, but they were smears, and so no good for getting any prints." "I'll need to speak to everyone who was using rooms along this corridor, and the night manager," Sheldon said. "He's been trying to get in the way since we got here, worried about his business," Tracy said. "He'll have to keep worrying," Sheldon said, and then went into the room. He shielded his eyes as they became used to the glare of lights, and once he was able to take in the scene, sweat prickled across his forehead and his mouth filled with acid. He looked away for a moment and took a deep breath. Once he knew he was able to look again, he slowly raised his head.